Yeah. So please give us a brief overview on what your company does and how long you've been a Lloyd client.
So TowerView is a private investment partnership. So I would say we have aspects, we're an investment company. We have aspects of a hedge fund, of a family office, of a private partnership, all rolled into one. We're none of the above. We've been a Lloyd client since 1999, so I guess a little over 21 years.
How has Lloyd been able to assist your company during this pandemic?
So we, as a company, started thinking about the distance and work from home environment early on, and I had everybody test it out, and the main players, take a day at home, do everything that you would normally do, and of course everybody said it was fine. And about 2 days into it, we had an issue, and Lloyd rolled out a remote access system for us into the office in under 24 hours, all to remote users, including a couple who wanted, to those that we didn't think needed it, but it was sitting in the background, and it's turned out to be a godsend. The rest of the stuff, we've been pretty stable. There have been some other issues like MFA, which we've talked about doing. We rolled it out almost completely now, flawlessly, all remotely. So both from rolling out a remote system for us, which we would not have needed, to supporting us the way they would if we were in the office. I mean, both aspects have been almost flawless. And I would say with a smile and patience that was probably unwarranted in the first 3 or 4 weeks of this lockdown, given the amount of volume they were doing and the headaches they were receiving from clients. But they were really great with us.
Thank you. Why did you choose Lloyd, and what's the best part about being a part of the Lloyd community?
So I'll tell you the story that I tell every person who asks me whether they should use Lloyd. And that's in '99, we were required to have a audit, a Y2K audit for the SEC. And I also needed a database manufactured. And the tech people we were using said they could handle it. They gave me a quote on the Y2K, which was outrageous. And they sent in somebody to do my database, which happened to be Adam, you. And we got to talking while you were taking down, notes about what we needed. And I was not made aware that Adam was a freelancer for that, and which annoyed me. So we got to talking, and I asked him what he did, and he said he started this business. It was going to do the same thing that my provider was. I asked him to bid on the Y2K, and he said, I gave him my word I wouldn't go after their clients, which that was the first sign I definitely wanted to hire him. He stood by his word. I said, fine, they're fired. Now make a bid on the project. And we hired Adam. The team was great. Y2K comes along. My partner's overseas. I send him something, and bells and whistles go off. We've got a virus on our system. So this is New Year's Eve, 2000. Everybody's stretched to the limits. It's 6 o'clock. Adam has me send them the file. They run it through all sorts of things. Nothing comes up. We're still getting this warning every time we send it. So the whole team gets up from Adam's shop and comes to my office. It's like 9 o'clock on New Year's Eve. They run all sorts of software, patch everything to the latest and greatest at the last minute. Still nothing. Turns out Bloomberg was tuned up so high that they were giving false positives. But it was that commitment to the client and, all hands on deck. And it's been that way ever since. And, I trust the Lloyd people. With everything they do with our system. And to me, the relationship is much like a doctor. If you don't trust them, get rid of them. What's the best part of the relationship? It's the friendship with the people. And you. That's really, business is business, but it's nice. The people are nice. They're fun to interact with. Life is too short for it just to be business.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And thank you for being a client, a partner, and a friend for all of these years.
It's been my pleasure, Adam. It's been a fun ride. I'm looking forward to the next 25 years.
Perfect.